welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. And today is Wednesday, November 6th. I would like to send out a special shout out to everyone. If you have the energy to get up and do it today, special shout out to you because I know a lot of us are feeling a little down. And
God damn it.
exactly what Happy said. So I am going to try my best to keep my spirits up today, similar to what Sherry did on her show, because she had a really, really good show today. And I know she did not, you could even see in her face, she did not feel like doing it, but she did it anyway, and she had a damn good show. And I've also sent out the people that were here. I sent y'all mics, but please don't feel pressured to speak. I'm just doing that so that way in the middle of the show, if I start talking and reading articles and don't see you, then you'll have access to the mic. But whew, welcome everybody, and we're gonna get started in a couple of minutes. My favorite tourist, hello.
Hey, Auntie. Yeah, today's been rough. It's been really rough. So
I know it, honey.
we still don't know what's going on, and we don't know what's going to happen. It's just the impact of what we were able to see last night. It spoke volumes. Like if anything, it reaffirmed what folks have been telling other black people have been telling other people for decades for the most part. It's like, look, there is no POC solidarity. It's black people and everybody else. And on top of that, the way in which folks in this country despise women, it still blows me, and not the good kind.
Mhm. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just need to crack a little joke. I need to do something. It's mind boggling to me. So I'm trying to kind of contain myself and not be on social media too much because I'm a firm believer of like not going through things more than once. So I mean, you have to wait and see what happens next, what's going to happen, and then take it from there. It's all that we really can do for now. But what we saw was incredibly disappointing.
Incredibly disappointed indeed. And I just want to point out, like, with people like us, I just want y'all to know, like, there was nothing more that you could have done. We did our very best, and it unfortunately our best just wasn't good enough for white supremacy to beat white supremacy. So that just it is what it is. And like Will said, and when it comes to solidarity, a few non-black people have showed their entire asses, and the numbers reflect that. So we won't forget it.
Nope. And the next time, I hate to be that person, turn into this person. But however, the next time something happens in any foreign country that requires support of any capacity, I know I, for one, will not be participating. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I share those same sentiments. I hate we had to get here, but hey, what are you gonna do?
We are exhausted.
Hi, Chili.
Hello. I saw some interesting points being brought up that supposedly, such a massive voter turnout, but 20 million less votes than last presidential election. It's like the math, the math ain't mathing.
Hmm.
And some of the things that Trump hinted at in his speeches was like, you won't ever have to vote again. And I mean, it just reeks of something, maybe some kind of hacking of the voting machines or something. I don't know. People are questioning why there were 20 million less votes.
Absolutely, honey.
And
We've all seen Scandal. We know, and honey, and quiet as it's kept, Russia allegedly is behind all of it. They done invested too much money into
mm,
Donald Trump to let him lose. So allegedly.
I mean, it does beg to be questioned, with such a record voter turnout that it would be that many less voters.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So let's get started with the Sherry tea. Like I said earlier, Sherry is a she actually inspired me to get because when I woke up this morning, I'm like, I ain't even doing this show. Fuck this. I'm just too mad. But I was like, Sherry, she inspired me more than she knows. Because baby, the way she got up there in her best Easter Sunday dress, that
Mhm.
looks horrible, and y'all know I got a picture. And she had on those golden slippers like she Dorothy from the Wiz with that terrible Easter Sunday dress. But she had the best energy and the best spirits. And what she and John Murray said today, they want to be able to provide a at least an hour of escapism on their show. They want to spread laughter and joy, and I
Yeah.
intend to do the same.
Amen. I mean, we can't be miserable for 4 years, Auntie. You can't let it steal your joy. We're all disappointed, but I definitely do not want to mire and, be sad and upset his whole presidency. I just got to move forward.
Yep. And Will was right to throw them tomatoes because I hate this Miss Mary Mac dress with silver buttons all down her front. It would, oh my God, it just,
And
but
gold
anyway.
too.
But
Yes.
like I said, my notes say she, with a brave face, opened up. She talked about Donald Trump winning the presidency. She had to. And that's when she said, the Sherry Show is here to offer that escapism and here to entertain and spread laughter and joy.
Right.
And she said one piece of good news that she was very excited about after she was talk. Like you could even tell her mood lifted up. I was like, girl, I guess. But she talked about how Judge Mathis and his wife Linda are getting back together.
Yeah. Not that
And
I
y'all,
care, but
right?
okay.
And you remember Judge Mathis, he publicly pledged that he was like, "I'm getting my wife back. I'm making changes and this and that." So look, I guess
He
he meant
did.
what he said.
He did. She canceled the divorce proceedings. I'm happy
Mm,
for him. I mean, if that's what he wanted,
well, I guess.
it's like
If
that
she
has
like it,
nothing to do with me.
but I am a little disappointed though, because there goes my chance with Judge Mathis. I was gonna try to spit game at her, but whatever,
Sit down.
and risk him calling me a crackhead, because he would. He called everybody named Mama a crackhead.
Yeah, he does. He does. I'm happy for him though. If he got her back, that's a good thing. They've been together a long time, so
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
And then Sherry went on to talk about Stevie Nicks. I don't know if y'all read about this, but Stevie Nicks, she had an interview with Katy Perry, and she mentioned how she hates the rivalry amongst the pop girls, like the
Hmm.
Katy Cats versus the Swifties and so on, the Barb's
Right.
versus the Beehive, or the Barb versus what's Cardi's fan's name? I don't know.
Barty Gang or something like that.
Barty Gang, yep. So she said she hates it. And she told pretty much Katy Perry, she was like, get off the internet and you won't have rivals. Now, Sherry, she rightfully pushed back against this. She was like, she pointed out how social media is actually a big part of our lives. Even said like Katie's music is streaming on the internet, so it's really hard for her to stay off the internet. So
Right.
I'm kind of glad Sherry pushed back against that because that's just not possible for everybody. That's privilege that Stevie Nicks has that allows her to do that. But
I
I ain't
don't
gonna
think
say too
it's
much on my
just.
favorite witch. So
I don't think it's just being on the internet when they start dating each other's men and posting, "Oh, I'm wearing this chain," and shading each other in Instagram lives and all this old kind of stuff. That's what does it. It's not just being on the internet; it's what you're doing.
hmm
Cardi puts a lot of her private life on the internet with Offset and her mess, and mm-mm. Nikki does the same.
hmm and people like me be watching. So
Yeah, but you won't ever see I give it to Beyonce. You're not gonna see her on there. I don't care what her fans do. You ain't
yeah.
gonna see her say a word, and that's I think she uses the internet to her advantage. She puts her little clips out and um, advertises her craft, but she is not going to utter a word.
That's right.
That's one thing I enjoy about the B lady and Stephen Nicks as well. They just come from a generation where that was just not a thing, and I appreciate it because I like I told y'all before, we know too much about these people, entirely too much. It's crazy. We don't need
Yeah.
to know what you eat for what did he eat for breakfast. We don't need to know what Offset did for the 1200th time. Like ultimately, your decision should be your own, and it shouldn't be up for the public to know those things most of the time if they're not hurting anyone but yourself.
Hmm.
Right. They talk too much.
I agree. And people like me, I agree that they do talk too much, and people like me, we listen too much, honey, because we love the mess and we listening for what's next. So,
Yeah, they do.
and then the last thing Sherry did on her hot topic segment, she played a old video that she found when she was working on the View, because they just celebrated Quincy Jones's life, pretty much listing all his accomplishments and stuff. But Sherry forgot she had this video, so she played it today, and it was just pretty much Quincy singing her cute little happy birthday message. So I thought that was cute. I was like, oh.
Okay.
Now next, she had a interview with the great, incomparable Harold Perrineau, who like even this picture I saw him. Look at that smile. Just look at him. He just looked like a big old bundle of joy. But he's probably one of my favorite actors. And he's been a part of our a lot of our lives for a long time, and a lot of shows that he's played in. And
Yeah.
of course, he was on there promoting his latest show from, which I hear is a really 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 good show, but I haven't seen an episode of it because I don't have a MGM Plus subscription.
Some of it is on another streaming service, but the finishing seasons is on MGM. Like it had like two seasons. I forget. It was it Hulu, um, or Prime. Maybe it's on Prime. You can see some of it, but yeah, they let you get a taste, and then you have to get MGM to finish it. I think it was Prime,
Oh,
but
okay. And have
it's
you seen
yeah.
it too?
Uh huh.
Oh,
It's
and what?
it's good. I enjoyed it. I was mad that I couldn't see it all. you
Oh,
know, it got really good, and then you had to go to MGM to finish it. So I've run into a couple of little shows like that where they give you a taste, and then you got to go to their streaming services to finish it. But yeah, it was good.
okay. Well, I'll put this on my watch list of things to check out. Even Sherry, she was raving about it. She said, "Go and watch it from episode one. Y'all will not be disappointed."
Hmm. It's good.
But of course, he and Sherry talked about how they share a mutual friend, Niecy Nash Betts. Niecy played his older sister in the series Claws. I don't know if y'all remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, and he played her younger brother Dean that had, was it autism or something that the character had? But he went on to say that Niecy really did treat him like a little brother, and then that's when he and Sherry kind of bonded because they both said that Niecy is bossy. And then Sherry, like I said, shout out to Sherry for keeping her energy up during the show because she really shined through. And she compared like his career like with shows that he has appeared in. She said, "Okay, so in From you stuck in a town, in Oz you stuck in prison, and in Lost you stuck on the island. Why you always getting stuck, Harold?" And he had the cutest answer. He said he's been married for 30 years and has 3 kids, so he's always stuck.
Aw,
And then they showed a clip of y'all know Yara Shahidi, who
yes.
plays Zoe Johnson on Blackish and in Grownish. So she actually said there was a clip of her saying that Harold's performance in Romeo and Juliet, where he famously played Mercutio, was her absolute favorite performance. So he was flattered, and he said, "Oh, I hope my daughter see this because they think I'm corny." So it was it was a cute interview. So that's enough on Harold. And now, Will, brace yourself because the next person I'm going to talk about who showed up, another actress that I feel is incomparable, But she also had the fabulous Essence Atkins appear on her show.
Oh, that's wonderful. Good for her.
Come on, come on.
But look at her. She looks fantastic, honey. That skin is glowing. I said, get it, girl.
Absolutely.
But she came on promoting her latest piece of work where she's in Papa's House. You know the show where Damon Wayans and his son Damon
Wayans.
Wayans Jr. Hmm.
Uh,
So I've only had the pleasure of seeing the very first episode. I didn't look at any ad. I'm gonna go back and watch them. But what I saw, it was cute. I saw the pilot episode.
mm-mm,
Oh, oh.
mm-mm. More the
Well,
same dumb comedy. I know.
well, Dave, tell us how you really feel.
I do not. I saw a little clip. I'm like, nope, won't be me watching this mess.
That's okay. Look, I mean, honestly, it must have been something about it that I truly didn't like. But I'ma just support it because it's black and it's the Wayans and stuff. But usually when I like a show, I'll go back to it. Like I've been doing like with the Penguin recently. I make sure I'm front and center every time a new episode comes on.
Hmm.
So maybe there was something about this that I really didn't connect with because for me to not even rush to see the second episode, that's usually not like me.
Yeah, yeah. You just doing it out of support, not because you really love it.
Yeah.
You can't possibly, because it's just a regurgitation of the same old comedic formula. I just can't.
Yes, and I'm one of those people that believe black people we deserve mediocrity too.
Well,
So,
might as well.
but what they talked about what I didn't know is that how they were actually doing a sitcom pilot that was called Black Don't Crack, and it had Essence Atkins, Sherry Shepherd, and Viola Davis in it. Now, unfortunately, it didn't get picked up. I think I heard them say that Abbott Elementary was actually picked up instead of this one.
Oh, okay.
So, but
Good.
they talked to. Oh,
Even
I
Viola
would have
couldn't
wanted to
drag out the mud. That what you're saying?
look. I would have wanted to see Black Don't Crack. It looked like a fun show. The cast looked like they had a good because they were showing clips of it when they were filming. But and then I would have wanted to see Viola Davis like doing a comedy role. That would have been interesting. Because the girl, she always crying snots and boogers. I want to see her laughing for a
Yeah,
change.
yeah. You don't see her doing comedy.
Yep. They talked about how Essence looks great at 52, which I agree
She
she
does.
does.
She does. She's cute.
And she's actually been single and abstinent. She's been single for a while, but she's been abstinent for 4 years. And Sherry was of course questioning her, but like, girl, how can you, or why are you pretty much doing this? And she said she believes you can spot the inconsistency in someone quicker when you don't have the distraction of physical touch.
Hmm.
So I agree.
Good for her.
And then Sherry, she pointed out, just with her nose behind, she pointed out how she's in a lot of projects produced by someone in the Wayne's family. Like, see how she's in Papa's House with Wayne's. Marlon famously has a crush on her and will not let up. So Sherry asked him, "What? Well, why don't you get with one of the Wayne's brothers, girl?" And, and so she said, "You know what? I would rather make money with the Waynes." I said, "I know that's right, girl."
I heard that.
And also, if y'all click on slide 2, of course, and click on the Real Good Time giveaway, she's giving out that trip to Cancun. So you'll put in the word of the day, and the word of the day today is games. So I just put that in the chat. Games. So yeah, y'all go ahead and try to win that free trip on Sherry. And the last thing Sherry talked about in her show, she had on an attorney by the name of Sarah Anzari that was talking about the Melendez case. And she said that the Melendez brothers are working on an appeal to get, and they have three paths to freedom, which she broke down. Which she said, y'all see, I posted a photo. It says resisting, or either setting aside the conviction, or they're hoping for clemency. Now, I wanted to ask y'all if y'all actually wanted to see this segment. If y'all don't, then just let me know. But it's about 6 minutes long, and I'm personally not familiar with the Melendez brothers case like that. So I wanted to ask y'all, did y'all were y'all interested in I see one person that's not interested. Did y'all want to watch or no, y'all can skip that one. Well, I guess we won't. The votes are in. We will not be watching her. But yeah, so that was it for the Sherry show. Now let's get into some tea, honey. Oh, I'm gonna wait for Chill to come back so she can say tea time. Chili, welcome back. So I was just telling the group we getting ready for some tea, honey.
Tea time.
Yay! That's how I said we can't move forward until I get the tea
That's
time.
right. That's right. I clicked out instead of backwards. It knocked myself out the chat. Okay.
No problem. So the first story I have, y'all know I like to start with some Diddy adjacent news.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all remember on Monday where I shared a clip about an alleged friend of Diddy's of 35 years by the name of uh what was his name? Was it Courtney Burgess? And he shared and he pretty much he testified to the grand jury about what he's seen at these parties, and he also claimed to have had that manuscript that man wrote that was on sale on Amazon, but they took it off.
Mm-hmm.
So Courtney Burgess, he claims that he has that USB drive with that manuscript on it. So Kim Porter's best friend actually came out to deny all of this. So it says her name is LaWanda Lane, and Kim's best friend and the caregiver of Kim and Diddy's twin daughters tells TMZ she was best friends with Kim for 30 years, including 20 years living under the same roof. And there was never any manuscript written by Kim. It says
Hmm.
Kim's BFF tells us that she was with Kim every day and Kim never wrote anything down. And she says the family doesn't know who knew Diddy witness Courtney Burgess is, even though he claims to be one of Kim's former associates.
Okay.
Like they're pretty much going in as reported. Courtney testified before a grand jury last week, and he also claims that he has sex tapes of showing celebrities getting down at Diddy's parties. Let's see, where was that part that I wanted to read? It says Kim Bestie says the guy is mistaken though. She was in charge. Lawanda was in charge of going through Kim's belongings and distributed them to family and friends after Kim died. And if anyone would have found a manuscript, it would have been her. And she said that there wasn't one.
Mm-hmm. Or saw her writing it at the very least.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And I would imagine if she was living with her under the same roof for 20 years, she would have seen her writing down something. And she's
I
saying
heard
she
it.
didn't see her write down a thing.
Yeah, she would have talked to her about it. I mean, they that close. I can't see her doing that, and her best friend doesn't know about it.
Hmm.
People come out the woodwork though on these kind of cases, so for their 15 minutes of fame, and then not say they don't even know who this person is. Come on now.
Yep. Now I had a story and I wasn't even sure if I was going to because it's really not telling us anything like that we won't already know when it comes to an NDA. But I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway because I did find one thing interesting about this. So y'all see this? I'm posting an article from Hot New Hip Hop, which alleges Diddy's NDAs
Hmm.
for his freak offs has been leaked, and it pretty much has like the things in it of what you would expect any NDA. It names like no mention of in public or public interviews by the artist businesses, or the artist's projects and stuff like that. That's what But what I found to be interesting is that when you sign this, it goes into effect for decades upon decades. So depending on which is longer, it lasts for the person's entire life, plus an additional 20 years after his or her death, or it can last for 70 years. So could y'all imagine signing something, going to one of his freak offs and sign, and you can't talk about it for your entire life and 20 years after you die or 70 years? That's crazy.
When he would likely be dead and it wouldn't matter.
Right.
And if
Wow.
the thing that kind of was strange to me is like, he was up to some shit. Like, if you have to go to such extent to get people to stay silent about things that occur in the actual party, he knows, and the folks that attended know that he was up to some fuck shit.
I agree. I agree to go to this extreme and then to make sure they don't even talk about it even after death. That's crazy.
Well, they can't talk about it, but their family, I guess, nobody can talk about it.
Hmm.
'Cause obviously, if you're dead, like you won't be talking about it. But how can you hold family members to an NDA like that? I
Yeah,
mean, you can't control what they do after you die. It's kind of
that is
weird.
very true.
I guess he could sue them or whatever. I'm not sure how that works. And isn't it a moot point now that he's under indictment? Like, doesn't that supersede the NDA?
Girl, don't give me the line. See, I only watch Law and Order SVU. I know nothing about the law itself. So,
I thought I read something like that, that it doesn't matter if you're under indictment for a crime, you can't use an NDA, as an excuse not to talk about it. I don't know.
Happy is a mess. Talking about it sounds like Beauty in Black. I enjoyed that show. I tell you that. And another piece of Diddy adjacent. So this is not directly for towards Diddy, but it's Diddy adjacent news. Jennifer Lopez is gonna have me defending her child for the first time in a long time. Cause you know who talking about her?
Who?
Elon Musk.
Who
So
did
I
she
just shared an
say?
article for yes, I just shared an article from the Independent, and you see the headline says Elon Musk slams Jennifer Lopez for not warning people about ex Diddy.
What did what did she know?
Exactly. So he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and they started talking about like they started talking about Diddy's freak offs and stuff like that. And Rogan made a claim. He said it's crazy how many people are on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala Harris. That's what Rogan said. Then Elon replied, "It's like J Lo was his ex girlfriend, and it's like now deciding that she's one of the warning people against Trump. How many people did she warn against Diddy? Right? Zero. Oh, zero. Okay, maybe we shouldn't trust her." Musk went on to add, people in the music entertainment industry had to know that Diddy was abusing, kids basically, and yet they still fed them kids. Like, where's the accountability? They had to know.
But she was with him years ago. Like, maybe that wasn't really happening then, or to assume that she knew about it, and that kind of
Messed up,
fair.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Hmm.
kind of struggling to understand what exactly she was supposed to say to the general public that would appease or make it whatever point he was trying to make. Like, what was she supposed to say? One, and I'm pretty sure, well, as many of you know, there was an alleged incident in a nightclub that involved a firearm,
Hmm.
and allegedly her fingerprints were found on said firearm, and the diddler was a person that essentially allegedly played a hand and covered it up so she didn't get in trouble because for reasons. So for those two reasons alone, it's like it makes sense as to why she wouldn't say anything. Like, what was she supposed to say?
And him being a dangerous man as well, because her career wasn't all that in the beginning when they were together. He could have easily gotten rid of her. You know what I'm saying? He could have hurt
Hmm.
her.
Yeah,
That's why a lot of people didn't speak up because he could hurt them.
So
Yeah.
yes, I read this and I started defending Jennifer Lopez, but girl, don't expect it for it to happen often because I'm a part of the Lamb Billy, and we don't know you.
Yeah. Screw Elon.
And y'all, I have some sad news. It's not sad for y'all, but it surely is sad for me. I had to break up with my man.
Oh no.
I know that's right. Let's throw a party.
I had to break up with him, honey, because he's sitting there congratulating President Trump. Now President Trump, honey, for retaking the White House, and he gonna celebrate it on Instagram. I said, no, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
We've been trying to tell you on to be didn't want to listen to us. So
Y'all tried. You right. Look, when you right, you right.
So that was your line too far right there, huh?
That right there. Anything concerning that man and any support of that man, I just can't rock with it. I can't do it.
Mm.
And then he gonna sit there and caption the photo. I gotta not that y'all care either way, but his Instagram post. And one thing he gonna do is talk about them businesses. Let me post that here. And y'all see this Instagram post where he says on the caption, I don't care how the fight goes. I'm leaving with the winner shit. I don't know what he said. I still don't know what's going on, but congratulations. They're gonna tag his brand of cognac and his brand of champagne.
Mm.
And gonna share two, not one, but two pictures with him all smiles around that old monster. So yep, y'all heard it here first. Derek and 50 Cent are over.
I know that's right. Oh, happy day when Jesus washed your sins away. Amen.
You know what happened? If he don't know, he gonna know it now because I'm blocking his phone calls.
Really? That what we do?
That's what we doing, girl.
No, you lying.
He gonna take it
Nope,
back.
it's
You gonna take it back, be jumping over somebody's head to answer the phone. Look here, Auntie. I came here to laugh for the fuckery. Bitty bitty bang bang.
you a mess, girl.
Okay? This is no bitty bitty bang bang.
Well, I got some bitty bitty bang bang for you, honey, and this is about Ashanti. So
Uh,
she made a comment about Nelly. You know, her and Nelly just got married and had that baby. She made a comment that says that they were talking to Entertainment Tonight, and she said that Nelly is not only her soulmate but also her protector, honey. And I
Mm.
have a clip, so we're gonna watch this clip together. Let me take this.
Listen, we are both very strong-headed, strong-willed, and when two leaders come together, I call that a power couple. Exactly. I don't tell him all the time, but I've learned a lot. Oh. About just being grateful and graceful and giving people grace, being open-minded and level-headed and not too emotional. I'm a little bit dramatic, as he says. But
She's also a great actress.
I have my soulmate, like my person, like my best friend, like my protector. It's an amazing feeling. I think just the universe doesn't make mistakes. Oh man, she's a great person. She's a great mother. Even when it comes to like doing this, having birthday parties and stuff and things like that. So to have that person with you is like, yeah, that's it. But you see, visiting you, she shoot that down. You have known this gentleman.
Mm.
Girl.
yeah,
Mm.
all I heard was
Look, just like Judge Mathis and Linda, honey, if she like it, I love it.
So all to be said about that.
mm.
Hmm.
Wait, you talked about what happened to Diddy? Diddy allegedly did Andy. Oh.
talking about
Mm-hmm.
how long his NDA was.
Mm. And
Basically, you had to die before you could talk about it. I'm like, well, you can't talk about it after you die.
Kim Porter best friend denies new Diddy witness. A new witness in the Diddy crime case. Say, oh, mm, boy, Diddy, you stay in the headline, nigga. You ain't coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
No, happy because the happy acts. Did you see Diddy's kids singing to him on IG? I did not see that.
I did. Well, it was on Twitter.
No, yeah, I
He,
did. I ain't paying no mind.
he
Singing
sing
happy
like
birthday.
sing happy birthday.
Yeah, the youngest one, they were all there, but the youngest one was singing happy birthday to him.
Of course, he got to sing happy birthday and act like a family. Cause what? Somebody gonna get crossed out the will. Money gotta flow.
His daughters are so pretty. The
Which one?
twins,
They
Twins?
are. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, they really are gorgeous women.
How old are they now? About 18?
Somewhere around there,
Mm.
18 or 19, one or the other.
I can Google it real quick.
You think they remember their mom?
Of
Oh, yeah.
course.
They were like little preteens when she died. They weren't that young.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were fairly old.
Well, Diddy, you need to just go on. Cause I don't, well, maybe he can pay Trump some money to get him out.
Who's that youngest baby by? They don't ever talk about the mother. It
Yes.
wasn't by Young Miami.
Mm-mm. It was I think she looks Asian, I believe.
Oh,
How many kids he got?
So a total of five, like biologically, and then six if you include Quincy. Or seven, excuse me, seven. My bad.
and then that youngest one, he was dating Young Miami, remember? And somebody else had a baby with him, and they were teasing her about it on Twitter. You, you probably didn't see that.
And the twins are 17 until December 21st, and that's when they'll turn 18.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Baby.
And Kim died in 2018,
Mm,
I think.
Did
I
they
think so.
did they investigate that?
Because she supposedly died of pneumonia. Like one minute she was feeling sick, and the next day she was dead. She had some kind of pneumonia, which
Mm,
pneumonia can do that.
it does. It can.
That's before
Mhm.
we really knew about COVID. I always said I thought she was one of the earliest COVID cases before we really knew what it
Hmm.
was. You
Mhm.
know, a few people over here probably got it because it had been around in China for a while before it hit our shores. But a lot of Chinese used to come here to as tourists, so I always thought she might have been an early COVID case. Just speculation.
And not a bitty bitty bang bang.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Dang.
the Latinos, boy.
Mm.
But I'm not surprised. The ones I work with were supporters all the whole while too. They were legal, but yeah,
And you know, a lot of them, Jermaine, which I don't understand. They don't like the illegal
they don't.
Hispanic.
They don't.
And a lot of them, especially the Puerto Rican, I feel Puerto Rican. I really feel Puerto Rican when I have my wig on. Well,
Oh,
so they act like they're white, especially the Puerto Rican that are like light, like they can pass. They pass. They passing. They don't like. They act like they white, and they act like they don't speak Spanish. Cause you're like, no, habla español? No. Why would you think I speak Spanish? Bitch, cause you Hispanic.
I would love to defend them, honey, but with the way them numbers was looking, they can fend for themselves.
Mm.
They voted for him in bigger numbers this time than they did last time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Jesus. And the Cubans too. They love Donald Trump. I don't know.
Well,
What?
let's see what happened when they started rounding up the mamas and daddies and even the supposed anchor babies. If you were born here, you're American. Uh, that might not be the case no more. The way he's talking.
Baby, he got everything locked down.
Hmm.
Oh
Well, you
fucking
know
well.
what's not. Oh, what like Will said. Oh well. you, you made your bed and lay in it.
Look here, Will. I look Puerto Rican.
A bitty 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 bamba.
Okay. With my wig on, I feel Puerto Rican.
You're not gonna get no sympathy. Better not say nothing on the internet, because no sympathy shall be forthcoming if he started deporting people that they don't think they should be deported and all this crap.
Make your bed, lay in it. He got, Tiffany said, he got the butthole, the coochie, and
Oh,
the mouth locked up.
All of that.
I said, girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. And Tia go, she your daughter.
well, just like y'all was saying earlier, like a lot of people overshare things online and stuff like that. And you
Hmm.
know who else shared something? Gypsy Rose. She actually shared her paternity test results because people kept talking about her unborn child and who the father was. So she posted her paternity test to make it clear that her fiance Ken Urker, excuse me, is the father of that baby. And she captioned it. She says, "There's been a lot of chatter around the paternity of our baby. While we've known for sure from the beginning, I feel that it's finally time to put these theories to rest. Here are the results showing Ken is the father, and it did show that he is. There's a 99.9% chance that he is the baby's father. Ken is
Hmm.
going to be an incredible dad, and we are so excited to welcome our baby girl into the world."
Who is Gypsy Rose?
So you remember how her mom they made a documentary about her story. It was called The Act on Hulu, and her mom she had Munchausen's by proxy. So her mom was making her sick and injecting her with things and making her uh, that was actually detrimental to her health, but it made it look like she had cancer when she really didn't have it.
And
And
she
she killed her
became.
mom and went to jail.
Oh, I watched a movie.
Hmm. That's her.
It was a movie with the little girl that was crawling on the roof.
No, this is a
Oh,
real story. And
it's
she
a
was in
real.
a wheelchair, and her mama kept. She had all kind of surgeries. Kept telling the doctor something was wrong with her, and her
Oh,
boyfriend,
oh,
her
so she became a
mother.
celebrity from that
Mm-mm.
and killing her mama after they
Yeah, she just got
watched
out of
the
prison.
documentary.
Yeah, not long ago. She was released. She went to prison, but she's out now.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why a happy picture jumping around and waving and shaking like that?
She's on video. That's
She
her video.
in the circle.
Uh huh.
Yes. You see, she's waving at everybody. Hey, girl. Hey.
Bitch, I thought her damn shit was just doing something. I didn't know that was video. Oh, because you can do the camera down here.
Yep. This is a
Right.
new update that we discovered on Monday.
Okay. All right. I
Now,
was
I was telling them, y'all are free to turn on y'all cameras when and if y'all want to. I, however, will not be having my camera on during Auntie Derek's daytime tea. Y'all don't need to see me right now. So the next story I have, do y'all remember on Monday where I shared a story about Jennifer Lopez's cousin, what she visited Ben and Jen Garner's daughter on
wait, wait a minute, Auntie. Wait a minute.
Did you see that?
Did you see
no, what
that?
happened?
Will.
Will.
I
Ah!
What
almost
I
missed it.
miss?
She's
I
been on
said,
video in Marcia's wig.
oh my damn wig, Auntie. Oh my damn wig and
You ain't gonna never get that back.
you ain't never gonna get that back. Look here. Look here. I almost look here, Auntie. I couldn't scream out.
Oh, baby, you ain't never getting that wig back, honey. That
Look
is
at it,
rest,
look
honey.
at it. Auntie, Auntie, look at him.
You are never getting that wig back,
Look,
huh?
look at
Oh
him.
my
Look at
God.
him trying to fix it.
Do you look Puerto Rican?
See, I feel. Do you feel Puerto Rican? You feel. You feel. Oh, you feel Puerto Rican. I
What a
know the
mess.
feeling, baby. I feel Puerto Rican. Oh well, thank you for making me laugh so hard. I love it.
And does Happy have on her helmet? Her
Yes.
famous helmet? I love it.
Do she? Oh yeah, she do. But the thing is, you can't hear them. You could just see the. Okay. All right, Auntie. All right, we're not gonna interrupt you no more.
Girl, y'all interrupt. This is a live interactive podcast. Y'all interrupt as many times as you want to.
Oh,
But remember when I talked about Monday how Linda Lopez, Jennifer Lopez's cousin, she went to visit Ben and Jen Garner's daughter, Violet, who currently attends Yale.
Hmm.
So Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner, they actually think that that's kind of weird. So,
Hmm.
and I agree with them. It's a little off, but whatever. And y'all see, I just shared a Daily Mail article that headlines that says Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner confused by Violet selfie and Jennifer Lopez's sister. Oh, I'm sorry, it wasn't her cousin. It was Jennifer Lopez's sister, Linda, and with her sister after Yale visit. And let me get to the part in the article where it talks about that. So pretty much of source, they didn't reveal who the source was, but a source told an insider for Daily Mail. It says it's quite confusing to Ben and Jen Garner because they do not understand why Violet is so adamant about keeping her close. The insider revealed that Violet invited Linda, saying she looks up to J Lo and Linda and is intent on keeping the bond alive.
What's wrong with that?
what's
Well,
wrong with that? I mean, you
She
first
was
of
married.
all, if you would answer my tweet, Ben, you would have never been with Jennifer, especially with my Puerto Rican way, because I feel Puerto Rican. Okay.
Obviously, they got close. So I don't understand.
You brought
yep,
her in their life. You brought that woman in their life. So what do you expect, Benna?
yep. It says
Okay.
that Violet said she just reached out to her and she wanted her to come visit.
There
So
you go.
Ben and Garner, they're both 52. They are aware that their daughter is old enough to decide who she wants to hang out with, but they took issue with the meetup being shared online. They said the first time Ben saw this photo was online, the insider continued. He wasn't aware that Linda was visiting, but Violet is an adult and she's allowed to do what she pleases and spend time with who she wants to.
Well, she
Ben and
invited
Jen,
her. I
yep,
mean,
she invited her.
she
And it
didn't just
says
show
Ben
up.
and Jen feel Linda and Violet could have spent time together and even took a couple of cute photos without going online for the world to see. That I guess the issue was
Exactly.
posting it online.
I don't like that.
Well,
They didn't need to do that.
well,
She
what
could
difference does it make?
she could have kept it. Well, look here. Jennifer. She believe in that obia hoodoo hoodoo type of fuckery.
It,
Modern.
it,
I feel
it
Puerto
wasn't
Rican.
anything bad. I mean, they just took a picture. I mean, I don't see why that's such a big deal.
I feel Puerto Rican.
Who's
Bitty
gonna make?
bitty bang bang. Mm. Bitty bitty bang bang.
Well, okay. So they was confused. All right then.
You look confused all the time when he was with her. Nigga, shut up.
So my thing is, have these people not ever heard of blended families before? Like, why is it so abstract of an idea? You know,
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
They got close. I mean,
Yeah, you bring the woman in your family and they bonded. Hello?
exact.
Yeah.
What's your point? What's your problem?
and
Yeah.
she invited her to come. Not she just
Mhm.
showed up out of nowhere. That's crazy.
She invited. What you should be concerned as a parent is what's going on with this relationship. I'm glad
Yep.
you got friends. Da 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 da. That's
And
what you.
I'm learning like personally, like you when it comes to like who these kids like who they really like and who they bond with, you really don't have I would have never thought I would bond with my cousin's kids. The 16-year-old and the 13-year-old, and they really look up to me, and I'm really starting to to know that now, like to really see it, and it is. I guess it's sinking in. So
Wait,
it
wait,
happens.
wait. Somebody looking up at you because of height reason, or looking look up to you because they see you as a person to give worthy advice and direction. Cause please tell me it's the height and not
Girl,
the
no.
shirt.
Well, it might be the height, but yeah, it's definitely also the latter as well that I
What?
learned. I'm like,
What?
oh,
This the man that boil coffee bean and something to make coffee from.
yup.
The man that eats a meat that we all know
Probably
gonna
because he's
kill
nice
you.
to him.
Mm.
That probably might be what it is.
Yeah, kids, are drawn to that.
Oh,
Anyway,
well, yeah, you are nice. I'm gonna give you.
Will has his hand up. Go, Will.
Yeah, I had a very serious question. Like, Auntie, do these kids know about your eating habits?
They do, and they roast me on it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good. I'm glad they do.
So the kids are all right.
I'm glad they do, Auntie, because you need to be roast. Every time Tia goes to McDonald's to get their unsweetened iced tea, she goes, "Ooh, Mom, tell Mr. Derek he gonna be getting a sandwich soon.
Yes.
Fuck about no sandwich, please. Need to not eat that shit. Bitty bitty bang bang. Mm-mm.
Miss. Well, y'all, guess who got a new girlfriend, honey?
Who got a new
Devon
girlfriend?
Franklin.
Who the hell? Who
Megan Good's ex. You know him. You remember Megan Good's ex-husband, the preacher
Oh,
man.
the
oh,
preacher man?
oh.
Is it one of the church woman?
Well, I don't think she is. If she is, they didn't mention that in this article. But what we do know about her is that she's 29 years old
Oh,
Ooh.
compared to his 46, his being
Mm,
46-year old.
he like them young
And
things. Gone
yep,
past
and a lot of fans shared that same sentiment when
the
they
church ain't.
took. I'm actually
You
gonna
need,
show a clip. I'm gonna share my screen in a bit and show a clip where they were on the red
do
carpet
you have
together.
to?
And he was very intentional about calling her, and he was talking about. I'm sorry, did Marcia audio go out? Was that my headset?
no, because you blinking in and out. So she said something while you were talking.
Do you
Ah,
have to?
yes, we have to, because y'all need to see this. And the clip is only about a minute long. So give me 1 second.
I'm gonna pop me some popcorn then. Bitty bitty bang bang.
Make sure I get to the video. And notice who reported this Hollywood Unlocked. We'll
How you
talk
doing?
about
I'm
that
doing
in a
good. Pew,
minute,
pew, pew,
Shirley.
Molly. Okay, hi. Is this your date? Is this my date? Of course. Yeah. I love that. This is my girl. Yes, and you came out matching. Hey, we tried to coordinate. You know what I mean? You know what? Wait a minute. Let's back that up. Because you said something very, I feel like, was very welcoming. That's not just my date. That's my girl. How important is it for when you're in relationships for people to speak life and get that insurance in their partner? Well, it's critical, right? Because sometimes, you say date, and it's like, oh yeah, cool, but that implies a moment. When I'm saying, hey, this is my girl, I'm saying that's a commitment. So I think it's very important when we make a commitment to be okay with verbalizing that, vocalizing that, especially in a relationship, because there's so many forces that can create division and insecurity. So communicating and being clear on our commitment is vitally important. And I just like, how are you? Good. How you doing?
Hmm.
So y'all heard that, and y'all probably saw like a lot of the comments saying, "Oh, I like this. I like when men are being intentional and this
Hmm.
and that."
Right.
But yeah, a lot of people shared Marcia saying, "Oh, he likes them younger." A lot of comments were saying that, "Oh, he that's what the problem is. Megan was getting too old for him," and da 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 da. Da. So I'll admit that looking at it gives me some pause. Oh, Marcia got her hand up.
Uh, church is not churching for me personally. And when you start passing around that collection box later, my envelope will be empty.
Uh-oh.
I didn't
Yeah,
hear.
I see Happy
n-
said it in the comment too. She said audio is broken when you share videos. Ooh.
I didn't hear nothing.
When you be on the page, it start breaking up.
And then I'm assuming he was preaching when he was talking. Yeah.
Well,
Mm,
good for him.
I don't,
Right.
I don't like him. What's with this little thin eyebrow shit he got going on? What's that
Look,
going around his mouth? What's that? He ate? Did he eat and forgot to wipe his mouth off?
child, the thin eyebrows, the thin hairline that's
He's
going
in
all the way to the
there
back of his head.
giving me. It's giving me. He's one of the team players. We know I don't get involved in heterosexual conversations, so I'm just
Oh,
saying.
right, and he can't sit with us, honey. No shade, but no, he's not welcome to sit at our table.
I'm
What
thinking.
you? I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry. Go ahead, Marcel.
No, no, no. Go on, go on, go on. I was just saying.
What were you saying about the the website that shared it? What, or who shared it?
Oh, so this was Atlanta Black Star who shared it, and they were
Oh,
pretty much pointing out how people really weren't. They say that some people were happy with it, but most people were pretty much commenting on how they noticed that there's a noticeable age difference.
Noticeable.
right.
No, l- l-
29 and 46.
Hmm.
noticeable. Period.
But what the article said is that she's a personal trainer. Her name is Maria Castillo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she looked
So
like.
You think she Puerto Rican?
I don't know. She
A
might
little
be.
bit.
She's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Bitty bitty bang bang. Mm-mm.
I don't know, but y'all remember I actually made a thread about him not too long ago because I was just kind of I like to read a lot of the celebrity news and gossip, and I just noticed that like Megan Good when he was with her, it's just the difference in those two interviews that I read with her. One interview, she was pretty much saying how she's trying to get her body ready, open for kids and stuff like that. And then another interview that was about a year later, she was pretty much saying, I did everything that I could. I really tried to hold it together and this, and that. So that lead me to believe that he left her because she was having trouble conceiving children. I can't prove it, but
Yeah.
1 + 1 is 2.
And now that's why he got this younger woman because he still wants children and she's
Hmm.
less risky as far as bearing children because of her age. Makes sense.
Which is sad. So sad. And let's be clear, Auntie. You only go for the gossip, not the news.
Well, a little bit of both. A little bit of
No,
both.
90% gossip, 10% news.
Yes, that is true. I can agree with those numbers.
Mm-hmm. Let's make that a buck.
So speaking of other people who like gossip, Charlemagne the God is actually celebrating a court victory. So I'm about to share this article here. So I know y'all probably have heard rumors about Charlemagne the God allegedly being a rapist, and they said he sexually assaulted a girl and stuff. So this is actually showing that. So her name was Jessica Nicole Reed, and she attempted to bring a case against Charlemagne the God back in 2003. And this article that I just shared from Hot New Hip Hop pretty much details the night of what she says happened, and she was assaulted she like blacked out and woke up to Charlemagne the God sexually assaulting her. But during that time, back in 2003, Charlemagne actually he voluntarily submitted his DNA to authorities in South Carolina, and his DNA didn't match what was in her rape kit.
Mm.
So it was dismissed back then. And then they actually attempted to reopen the case again in 2018 because what she alleged and what her attorneys were saying is that she sees this man everywhere. She sees him like going into the bookstore because he's written books. She sees him on TV. She hears him on the radio, so she can't escape, and that's re-traumatizing her. And it says here, when efforts were made to reopen the case in 2018, the South Carolina Solicitor General declined. He claimed it would be unethical to do so. The second case, the one that was recently dismissed, was filed in New York. The aforementioned judge also dismissed Reed's claims of defamation. So,
Well, the DNA didn't match. Now maybe it's somebody that looked like Charlemagne, but if the DNA didn't match, what does seeing him have to do with it if it wasn't him? Come on
yeah.
now, lady, come on. Uh, next story. Girl, girl.
The
Next
fuckery.
story, indeed, honey. Girl, so do y'all remember a few weeks back when I mentioned that the guy who was the marriage counselor for Dr. Dre and his wife
Oh
or
yeah,
ex-wife or
he was
whatever she is to
stalking him
him?
and going on. Yes.
Uh-huh. So how about his case to have that temporary restraining order become permanent was
Oh,
dismissed.
oh,
Yep.
oh.
And I'm sharing a Daily Mail story. And it says a restraining order obtained against Dr. Dre by the reference one-time marriage counselor was revoked in Los Angeles yesterday. It says the judge ruled that Charles Sophie, a psychiatrist who counseled the couple, failed to provide compelling evidence to make the temporary restraining order permanent. TMZ reported on Tuesday. So personally, I think the doctor made his case. It's just that they weren't listening to him. And when a psychiatrist is saying that somebody's a sociopath, and this man done
Hmm.
had people dressed up as the FBI
Right.
trying to appear at his front door and stuff like that, I don't think that should be ignored. But the judge did. And the crazy thing is, the temporary order was only ordering Dr. Dre to stay 100 yards away from him.
Right. It doesn't protect his life, really. I mean, even if he had it, he could still do something to. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
Wait, I didn't know Dr. Dre was all that cryptic. What?
Oh, girl, that man is. If you look up violence against women in a dictionary, you're gonna see a picture of him beside it. So I wouldn't put it past him. And he even had this doctor out here wearing bulletproof vests.
What?
Yes, that MFer is crazy, honey.
I'm so glad that I made T and Tiffany go to self defense class every 6 months. And the last class they went to, the guy made them show them how to use a taser, like, to subdue their attacker. And he used a taser and he said Tiffany make him nervous.
And yes, and you see what happened put in the chat, Miss Chalet, what she had to go through with that crazy man, D Barnes.
This is some. Didn't he almost die?
I
Did,
believe so, yep.
didn't he had an embolism?
Something happened.
Something happened. I don't know. I could be wrong.
No,
I,
you know, I remember hearing about that. I think it was some type of an aneurysm or something like that he was
yeah.
going through.
Mm-hmm. And he was in the hospital for a while.
And if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me though, but I think this happened around the time he was dating April Jones, but not his wife. I think that's when it happened. But don't
Yeah.
quote me. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Boy, I'm telling you, the world is changing. Lord Jesus. feel Puerto Rican.
Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna see if I can use this embed code and see if I can do this properly. Because the next story I have for y'all, y'all probably do not care about this to or fro, but it's about Kodak Black. So a lot of his fans kind of saw him recently when he was performing at a during a Casanat string, and a lot of fans was pretty much talking about how he looks high and they concerned about his health. He's on drugs. He may be an addict. This, and that.
Hmm.
He had a response that pretty much said he ain't trying to hear none of what y'all talking about.
Who's
he
so
he pretty much started with
who's that?
girl Kodak Black is a he's actually a convicted rapist if you really want to wake it up, but he's a rapper that a lot of people seem to enjoy. And even his lyrics, he's not very shy about his drug use. Even in his song Super Gremlin, he say, "I knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin." So that's just how he
Yeah.
gets down.
Yeah. No surprise there.
But yeah, I'm both gonna share a link from Hot New Hip Hop where it was mentioned. So that and y'all probably see the headline. That's the picture that people were seeing that got him looking. You look at them eyes, honey. He looks good and high, honey.
You look wild as hell.
A gremlin indeed.
He do look. I was just about to say that. He really got that gremlin. Like he need a bath or something. Mm,
Wouldn't be surprised if he the next OD victim.
mm.
Yeah.
Now we
Now I'm
we
trying.
all we all get we all get to carry two Narcans with us all the time, Jermaine.
Really?
Yeah, they gave it to us free.
I ain't carrying shit.
Me neither. I got it, but it's in my car. You know, when somebody asks CPR, the way I just move in the bushes like Homer Simpson. Oh my God, what is
So yeah,
wrong?
the only thing I hate about this in bed, like I feel like if I play it, it's not gonna the people who are listening later, they won't hear it.
They won't hear it.
Well, they can consider themselves very lucky.
They won't have missed a thing. But let's
But
hear
yeah,
his
that was
face
pretty much
paint.
the gist of it. He pretty much he's doubling down on his drug use. He said he has no plans to stop. He out just he living. He said when he high, and when he not. So that was pretty much
Okay.
the gist of that video.
Well,
Yep. And at
wait
least
for
I
his
learned how to
day.
embed a video now. So ow.
Okay. Does it play? Did you play it?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna see. Yep, it plays. But y'all couldn't hear it, could you?
It ain't doing nothing. We just see a play button on it. It's
Yep.
not moving.
And it's covering his face, which I'm happy about.
I can see it now.
It's playing for you.
Uh huh. Maybe you gotta refresh again, Auntie. Don't even open my envelope in the collection box. Don't open it. Just throw it
So
away.
Happy said it's a self-serve play, so you play it and it plays on your own.
Or you click the button. Oh, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, my
Oh, yeah.
collection envelope is mm-mm.
That worked.
What's that in his forehead? A tattoo?
Girl, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like a coochie.
Might be a
Oh,
uterus or something.
uh huh. It looked like the pum pum.
And I really hate that for the kids that are listening to his music and admiring his artistry that he's promoting drug use. at this level.
Mm-hmm. Is that Kool-Aid?
I doubt it.
Yeah, yeah. He said that that's lean.
Lean, yeah,
And happy that's not neither Tennessee or Texas, girl. He from Florida.
I'm from Jamaica.
yeah. That's that scissor.
I'm Jamaican. I'm a resident of Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they can listen to it.
Yes, I wonder how that'll work with the listeners because it's kind of like I don't know if y'all noticed, but now you can use the same link that you used to get in here to listen to the show. You don't have to like go to my profile page anymore with that link. So
Hmm.
each show has its own separate link, and I wonder if they'll be able to like click what we shared
And the next,
during the session. Yeah,
oh,
I think. Oh, Happy gave me 100, so I think that's how it works. Ow, ow,
It should.
period,
ow.
period.
And the last two stories I have, so well, one is of I guess some people, depending on who you are, you might see these as feel good stories. One definitely is a feel good story, but this one that I'm about to share next, I don't know how y'all will feel about this. So Richard Gere is actually selling his home in Connecticut, his latest home, and he's planning to move to Spain and
Good
selling
for
it for $11 million.
good for him, Richard.
Getting the hell out the U.S. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you actually wouldn't even realize why, because so they were saying in this article. I just shared an article from the Independent, and it was pretty much talking about how he actually mentioned this back in April that he's planning to move to Spain, so that way his wife, Alejandra Silva, and
Hmm.
their two children, he wants them to become like more in touch with their Spanish roots.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with
So
that.
yeah, I agree. He pretty much said that she being with me and she done learned from my life of 6 years, so I want to give her 6 years plus more back. So they just dropping everything, selling their house for $11 million and moving to Spain.
That's sweet.
Good for you, Richard. Get out while the going get rough.
I would ask to go with him, but I heard Richard Gere was weird.
Oh,
Like, yeah, yeah, just like he just weird. Now they say he's a nice person. He's a really nice guy, but he's just like really almost like Jim Carrey type weird, where you try to have a conversation with him, and by the end of the conversation, you be like, this motherfucker is weird.
be like,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Jermaine, you know it's bitty bitty bang bang. Okay. I
Oh,
don't think Jim Carrey's weird. I just think mentally he's
yeah,
bipolar. He got some shit going on. But when he's lucid, some of the conversation that he has makes sense. He's weirdish.
Look, and one of my favorite Aries that's other than myself is in the building. Hey, boo.
What's
Who
up?
that
What's up? What's up?
who that be? Oh
Moderna.
my darn all my TVs are off. I didn't go to work today. I took a mental break.
Look, I know that's right.
I wish I could,
I
but
I
my
took
last meeting is
break.
gonna be at like 4:30, and then I'm off this bitch.
But you
Mm.
at home though,
You
right?
at home?
I am at home. I am not
Okay,
in the office, so that it has made it a lot better experience.
I
Hmm.
know.
I'm not
I
watching any
feel it.
news today either.
I'm not watching any news.
At all. When I
I
wind down, I'm gonna be watching Abbott Elementary.
me too. Not Abbott, but I'm gonna be watching something to make me laugh.
Some
And
streaming service, yeah.
cause baby, I feel Puerto Rican.
I turned off the morning news because they were doing the election results and all that bullshit.
They sure were on
And I
Fox
started,
26.
I just
Mm,
something. I started watching Living Single and all the little, black shows on the
Mm-hmm.
streaming service. I didn't even want to hear that shit over again.
At all. At all.
I, I
What's
watch
your
Color
last feel good
Purple.
story, Auntie?
What'd you say, baby? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
What's your last feel good story?
So the last feel good story is the son of Carmelo and Lala Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
He actually
Mm-hmm.
signed him a nice deal, and I'm about to share the and it actually does this one. I don't know if it has anything to do with sports ball.
Oh, he about to be rich.
It looks that way because he signed
Mm,
on with the same agency that represents his mom.
amazing. How old is he?
I believe what is he 17, 18 somewhere
Oh,
because he's
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Never mind.
Thir- 13 billion.
For
Oh,
what?
well that's how
basketball.
much the company that he's owned from the he signed in with what's they called WME for representation, and WNE is who's worth $13 billion, not his deal.
Oh, they're sport. Look like he does sports. Oh, that's cute.
But his daddy does wine now.
Yep.
But
She's
he
not
ain't,
aging well at all.
that's what we doing.
Sorry, Jill.
Like, did she
It's
do
like,
something
I
to
was
her
like,
face?
what
Or
in the hell, Jermaine?
looks like she's done something to her face.
You not feeling Puerto Rican? You not
No.
feeling Puerto Rican? Well, send her the wig so she
You
can.
talking about Lala?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She definitely
Hmm.
did something to her face. Look how puffy it is.
Yeah. It's just not.
Maybe she did her nose.
Or
Or
them
Maybe
some
she had.
cheeks.
fillers or something. It's not looking right.
She trying to get that bone structure together, and it's not together, honey.
No, it's
Maybe
not
she did
structuring.
her nose, and her nose caused the swelling, and it takes a while for the swelling to go down.
Well,
Well,
she need to undo her nose.
y'all do know she hangs out with the KKK, Kim, Chloe, and Courtney. So,
They do. She
Oh,
do.
Oh, not the
Hmm.
she
KKK.
probably
yeah.
getting all kind of stuff done to her face then.
hmm Well, I'm actually not a big Carmelo Anthony fan for the simple fact that if y'all remember the Jeremy Lin situation, he played a pivotal role in him not getting the necessary exposure when they played on the Knicks. So I'm very much fuck Carmelo Anthony, but glad for his son, and I'm actually glad that his son is going through the proper channels to get actual skill on the basketball court and not relying heavily on a last name or nepotism. So.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Wait, wait,
ooh.
wait, wait, wait.
Targeted
What
towards
happened?
ball.
What happened with him on the?
So Jeremy Lin was I believe he was the first or one of the first Asian American basketball players, and he was
Mm-hmm.
he played on many teams, including the Knicks, and so he was performing so well that Carmelo Anthony got threatened, and he pulled some strings so that either he was traded or he didn't get the necessary time playing, so that he did get traded. So it's really fucked up. So
Oh, he did it, and Auntie got the recording going, so I can't say it. He did
mhm.
it.
Yeah, the fans
That's what it's
loved
yes, but
Jeremy
no.
Lin too.
He
Yeah.
did it.
So
He did that nigga thing.
yeah, well, that's why he ain't got no ring now. So fuck him.
I
Oop.
know. I know. You heard me what I said. He did well.
No, I'm sorry, I missed it.
He did that nigga thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm 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 mm
So
mm.
I actually, and I just shared in the nest, but I googled a pic of Lala Anthony before
Girl, is
surgery, so
that
y'all can kind of.
hottie?
What? What?
Not Hottie. My God, that's Beyonce. Remember?
Who is that?
There is
Girl, that
Lala
ain't
Anthony
Lala.
before the work.
What
I was
is the hell?
she don't look the same. Like, what's going on with
She
her
don't
face?
look like she. Look, them KKK must have some type of body machine thing at their house. They gotta have some type of you know what it is? They must know an alien.
Well, the Botox looked like it fucked her up because her eyes are half closed. That's what happens when you get it in your forehead and they put it too low. That can make your eyes not open completely. Because I'm like, what?
Wait, that's how she looked before?
Mm-hmm.
Happy said, which is the before and after. So the before is on the left, happy, and the right is after.
You can
I,
tell by the early 2000s weave.
Which is the before or after is
Yeah.
I'm dead. Look at the Will said the weave.
And then the last pic we saw was the after. But she apparently didn't stop. She
Yeah.
should have stopped right there.
Yeah, she should have stopped right here in the black dress.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
remember like around maybe 2007 or 2008, it was big news about her getting her butt done. Cause she like, she didn't really have a shape back when
Mm-hmm.
she was first on the scene like that. And then she got some really good work done because the butt that she had at first looked like it could have been natural.
Mm-hmm.
So now
This,
this was the last story I shared, but I forgot to mention because I remember I said that like when I said we shared a story from Hollywood Unlocked, and I said I mentioned something about that later. And I'm glad I saw this picture when I looked for the Lala Anthony picture. I forgot to share this child. So how about the creator of Hollywood Unlocked is now city councilman?
Oh, Jason Lee.
Hmm.
I know you fucking lying.
wait, what do you mean? The fat dude that got skinny?
Yes.
Oh Lord. City council for what
Okay.
city?
For what? It must
Somewhere in
be for
Cali. In
California.
Stockton,
Hmm.
California.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Pedoville,
no.
California. Yeah.
Is that why he lost all that weight? Because he was gonna be he trying to go candidate wise. Um
Maybe, but Happy or Will, y'all could probably give me a little bit more insight of where exactly Stockton City is. But it says it's District 6, and you see how he pretty
In
much wiped.
Stockton?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Hmm.
That's where he's from. So Stockton is located in Northern California. You think like San Francisco that way.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
is it a lot of
yeah, yeah.
white
But on
people
the
there?
inside, on the inner
Hmm.
side, Stockton ain't by the water. It's inland.
Right.
So wait, is it a lot of black people there?
It used to be. I'm not sure what the demographics look like now, but I know it used to be a lot of black people in Stockton.
So
'Cause-
Yeah.
what
It
can
probably
he
still is a
offer
decent
for
amount of
city
black people.
council? What can he do?
Well, we
What
about to
is he?
see.
He's a community activist. Like he does a lot in the community. So he's not. He's been out there. Things I guess we don't know about that he's very active that way. So
I know his mouth is active.
And
Okay.
y'all see the numbers I just shared. Like he pretty much wiped the floor with his opponent for 56 of the votes going towards him.
you have to look at the actual
Look
vote.
at the
That
actual
ain't a
amount,
lot of
Auntie.
people.
It's not a lot of people there, Auntie. So
What's that
do the
like
math.
700, 800,
Child,
Mm,
not
800
not
people?
not
the 800
Auntie, not
Auntie.
6,000 people voting. What the hell?
What the hell, Auntie?
6,000 people voting. He wiping the floor with her. Bitch, ain't
Wiping the
nobody know
floor.
who the fuck
Listen,
Kimberly was.
them 6,000 people. They have spoken, and they wanted Jason Lee to be in that city council.
Wiping the
They
floor,
want a messy.
Auntie.
If they want a messy bitch that lives for drama, then good for them. Good for them people.
with the questionable past with minors at that.
Oh, oh, oh,
Ooh, wake it up, wake it up.
oh,
Not
oh.
that I'm body shaming,
Well,
but
good for
you
him.
know,
Maybe he'll stop gossiping.
no, no,
Yeah, right.
no,
Yeah,
Jermaine.
I think Hollywood Unlock is going to get even messier now. Now it's
Mm,
probably going to include politics.
He was born to run his mouth like that, Jermaine. Born.
Hmm.
He Puerto Rican.
No, I think he's black and white, I believe.
He chose a district that wasn't going to really look into who he is because it ain't but 7,000, 6,200 people voting. So they ain't really look into who the hell he is because ain't no damn way.
That's a damn neighborhood.
Hello, hello, hello. That's
And
a
y'all
local
right,
high
because
school, middle school, and elementary school combined.
yep, because even when I was out there canvassing, what we learned is the organization that I was working for, we actually they told us that we knocked on a total of 86,000 doors in Durham. So yeah, I see what y'all mean.
Yeah, that's not a lot of people at all.
Yeah, it's literally your local city neighborhood.
Hmm.
Well, I hope him.
I
Mm,
don't wish him nothing. I wish the day
I
he
can't.
deserved.
I can't. I can't. I'm trying to be good. He not Puerto Rican,
He is not Puerto Rican that we know of.
so he doesn't get a bitty bitty bang bang.
He does not.
Interesting.
Well, y'all, that was all the tea I had for today. So, did y'all have any tea y'all wanted to share? Or any news that I might have missed?
I'm not. I'm feeling a little better because I was laughing, especially with getting evidence and a picture of Will having my wig. That was I needed that in my life, but
Baby, you saw how he playing that bang. You was not getting that wig back. You might as
I'm
well
not
just hang it
getting.
up flat screen.
I don't care. I still got evidence that he got it. That's all I need. And the bitty bitty bang bang. That's gonna stuck with me all day today, Auntie. Thank you for that. I feel
Oh,
I feel Puerto Rican.
Is that where she getting that damn Puerto Rican from, Auntie? From you showing
no,
her
from
T.S.
Will.
Madison,
He- this was all Will's fault.
No,
showing
what
her
did
the
I do
Madison.
now?
You introduced her to that bitty bitty bum bum.
Oh, that's right. So
The
I'll
T.S.
send it to you,
Madison
Moderna.
clip, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy.
My
I was
daughter
wondering why
said,
she kept saying she feel Puerto Rican.
I'm telling you, Will, Tiffany said, Mom has gotten sharp with the comeback. And it's because she been hanging around Moderna, Will especially, and Auntie. And so then Tia said, and Chris too. And Tiffany said, Chris is just as messy.
Chris is just as Chris. Do not tell her don't be fooled because Chris is just as
Listen,
messy
don't y'all,
as
yeah,
all
y'all
of
don't be
us.
fooled, baby. Chris is quiet, but Chris will
Yeah,
reach down.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Tia's like, that's the deadly one. I said, yeah, but when he do say something, I'm talking about stop talking, Tia. Don't interrupt me. I'm your elder sister. Where was I? I be coming back quick now. Will, especially at work. Especially at work, I be snapping, leaving claw mark, Will. Bruises.
Took the day off.
Wow.
Stun them. They be speechless, Will.
You took
Eyes
the day
wide.
off.
Huh?
You took
Yes.
the day off.
Yes, emotionally distressed.
That was smart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Happy just made me feel so good. She said you did a great job lightening our day, Auntie. Thank you. No, thank y'all. And that was my intention, and I'm glad I was able to do that.
Tiffany said, Tiffany said, I don't know why y'all surprised. She's gonna lose. She knew she was gonna lose. She started out late out the gate. She wasn't no stallion right away. She a stallion, but she started out late.
Well, this is true.
Well,
She said what she need to do is see where she fucked up. Work on that fucked up. We got 4 years and come back strong.
yeah, she started late, but she made it do what it do with the time that she
Yeah,
had.
But the
that's what
time
she
that
got.
she had, she did pull out some
She
records.
did pull out the gate, but she said she knew. You don't think she had them advisor that tell her you ain't gonna win, but what you can do is see what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
They told her that, and she came out of that gate strong, and she was looking good. That horse nose was right there as a stallion. Bitch, she was flipping that hair. But when she came around that corner and held his head up, nigga fell.
Was the person where she got the nomination from knew good and goddamn well they were not in a position or capable enough to continue in the path that they were on in terms of the U.S. presidency. So waiting to the absolute positively last second to then
Mm-hmm.
allow her to come in and
Mm-hmm.
make a plan in 100 days flat. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's very typical of America. They people white people especially white men. I don't give a fuck if this is recorded. I don't care. Like white people, white men in particular. Like they can't handle shit, and then they hand it over to the black woman because they want her to fix everything. It was like,
Mm.
well, no, if you use the good sense that white supremacy gave you, well, God, essentially, you would know, well, if I really care about this country, if I really care about my job, if I really care about the direction this country is going in, I'm going to step aside as soon as humanly possible and allow someone else to take over the spot so that there's a better chance that what we don't want to happen will not happen. So across the board, the odds were stacked against her, and I'm still feebly optimistic considering that she has not yet conceded. So I'm not sure what is going to happen in regards to her camp. Uh,
Apparently, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. So at 4 p.m. Eastern, she is going to address her base at Howard University, and they're saying at that point she's going to concede. They also said that she called him earlier today to congratulate him.
that is
Oh god damn! Where my
Ugh.
edible? Where
I'm
my
sorry
edible?
to bring that news. I
Where
just
my
as soon as you
edible?
said I hadn't heard it. I'm like, well,
Pass
it's
my
coming.
edible. I had
It's
all
coming.
the shit turned off. Oh, everything. Give me my edible. Give me that.
And you see Happy just shared like the breakdown with sex by race. And let me tell you one thing, white men, white women, and Latino men can't say nothing to me. They better watch what they say. Cause even if they sneeze wrong, I'm blocking and unfriending, I'm doing all of that. Cause y'all done showed y'all asses and I don't appreciate it.
Latino men.
again.
Include the black man too. Now the thing about it is, I've been seeing this graphic, but I'm also seeing other graphics that aren't fully aligned, like they don't show the same numbers. So I don't know which one is true or not.
I don't care which one is true. All I'm
They're
saying,
all relatively similar
they're
though.
all relatively getting chopped. Dick chopped. Everything chopped.
Ooh,
Don't
ooh.
speak to me. Don't speak to me. Okay? Cause when I call my supervisor, Puerto Rican, he Puerto Rican. And I called him. I was like, "Look, I can't come in as emotionally distressed, and I got a headache, and my hormones, and my you you know all of that. I'm going through menopause, and I can't do it today." Okay, Marcia. Click. And when I go to work, I'm not buenos dias. I'm not doing nothing. Anybody speak English? You don't know speak English?
You should tell them, no hablo español. No
No,
entiendo.
no. I'm not saying nah blah blah nothing. Speak English. You don't know how to speak English? Oh well, I guess I don't know how to help you.
You should also put this is America. We speak English over here on
I
it
can't.
too.
I
Make
can't
sure to
say.
add that.
I can't say that in the hospital. I could just say speak English. I don't understand. Well, okay. I come out the room. They don't speak English. Did you get out the translator? That is not a part of my job description. No
Look, Happy
no.
said we're gonna have to cut some of this audio, so we're gonna cut it after Dick Chop. So y'all go ahead and speak as freely as you want to.
Happy, I'm sorry. Come on, Happy.
She the
You
one that
know
put the
when I
graphic up there.
you
She started it.
you know what I'm in here is gonna be some type of language. Happy, come on now, come on. It's expected, and I keep forgetting
Wait,
Auntie.
this is a private room, right? Like we can't have anonymous listeners in this bitch.
Well,
Not
no, they
a
won't be anonymous, but it ain't private.
right.
Well,
Uh,
nobody ain't popping in like Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
And they
oh,
can't listen like anonymously. They have to
yeah.
sign in with one of their social medias to get in.
And
oh,
if they sign in, we can see them, so they can't be anonymous either.
okay, okay, that's good. That's good. Yes. So yesterday, what I was trying to tell y'all was that I was gonna be dealing with a whole bunch of fucking stress because, and I'm gonna have to go in like a few, but because my manager, who leads diversity, inclusion, and belonging at my company, is on mat leave. Crazy thing is, she went into labor today, and her
Oh,
baby supposed to be due until like December, top of December.
Mm.
Mm.
I said, God damn it, the election done pushed the damn baby out. But because of her being out, it's like I have to lead her diversity, inclusion, and belonging team. So I have two more direct reports, but now all this shit is rolling through me. So I'm dealing with the fact that even I can't process the election how I really want to fucking process it by like shutting everything off, taking my time off and shit because I have to lead the team who helps to lead diversity, inclusion, belonging for the fucking company because people are going to come in and they're feeling some kind of way. So
Mm.
I was already dealing with enough stress last night when I was like, shit, this is going to go towards this motherfucker. And then we got to deal with comms. And yesterday we had to push out some comms that we thought was going to be helpful for our ERG executive sponsors because the ERGs are going to start to feel, some kind of way. And it's like, well, hey, if things bubble up too crazy, we may need you as an executive sponsor to come in and help quell this thing down, right? Well, when we sent that bitch out, the damn chief people officer, she was fucking upset talking about some, well, I need to be looped in on all these communications and blah, blah, blah. And basically, what it's boiling down to, which not surprising, is that, the company really wants to toe the line of like not taking a stance on anything, which is
Mm.
fine. Understandable. It's a company. You shouldn't have a stance on the product. You should be focused on the product and making sure the product works. But also, people in the company are going to be looking towards leaders to address it or at least acknowledge that an election is taking place. People may feel either way on either side. So I'm just like, it's just too much. It's just way, way, way too much.
Yeah, because you can't really express yourself the way you would want to. You got to do it in a company manner that is more
Company
neutral.
man, and I gotta be there to support other people and shit. And then I
Hmm.
got leaders coming and expressing their own anger and frustrations and stuff, and like, oh, blah blah blah. It's like, fuck this.
So basically, what you say, you don't feel Puerto Rican?
No, girl, no. I feel very, very black today.
Mm, 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 mm. I feel it, cause like black people, we don't do well bottling shit up and suppressing and keeping it in us, cause somebody gonna say something to pop us off. I don't know about American, but Jamaican, we can't keep shit in us, cause we gotta let it out. Cause if we keep it in us, we go what about blah 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 blah, and the whole hospital call. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's what's gonna happen when we keep it in us. We can't keep it in. So I empathize with you, Moderna. No Puerto Rican, no bitty bitty bang bang.
Thank
Blessings.
you, thank you, thank you. Yes, no Puerto Rican, no bitty bitty bang bang today.
Mm. Well, it's Will's fault, Moderna. Cause he posed up in my wig on the camera so I could see his wig. See my wig. The nerve of him. Auntie,
what's
thank
up,
you.
bro?
I appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all here that's here with me live, and also those who are listening at a later time when you couldn't make it live. I appreciate y'all too, and I hope this was able to give you a little laughter, a little joy. Cause baby, I'm here with y'all. We all feeling the same right now. But I love you all, and we will be back on Friday.
Amen.
Friday.
Man, I feel Puerto Rican. Bang bang.
So we'll be back
Yes,
on
thank you,
Friday. So y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, bye everybody.